A busy employee and a productive employee are not the same thing. You'll look at an employee and you'll think, wow, they're super busy. They're always on the ball. They're running around doing this, that, and the other. But that doesn't actually mean that they're being productive. Take, for example, you have an 8-hour shift. You'll have interruptions throughout that 8 hours. You'll have lunches, you'll have coffee meetings, you'll have smoke breaks for people, bathroom breaks. You don't actually get 8 hours of productive work. And the idea is not to squeeze out 8 hours of productive work. The idea is to take all those little interruptions and reduce them down. The other side of it is to increase that individual's efficiency. You might have employee A and employee B. Employee A, for example, might be able to do a 10-15 minute job in 5 minutes, whereas employee B might have to do that 10 to 15 minute job in 30 or 40 minutes because they have not the same levels of efficiency. So when you take those two employees and you want 8 hours of productivity out of them, you're not going to get it. You'll get more productivity out of those that are efficient and those that can stay focused on the task, but you're still not going to get 8 hours. You need to cut out all those little interruptions, all those little inefficiencies that cause a 8-hour day to not actually be an 8-hour day. Something I always look at and say is the most productive people will work 6 hours of their 8 hours. That's a little bit backwards when you say it that way, but that's kind of how it is. You can't get that full 8 hours. You just can't. And as owners and managers, you need to not have that expectation. You need to expect that you'll get that 6 hours. And then how do you get that 6 hours to 7 hours? How do you get that 7 hours to just about 8? You're not quite 8, but just about. You take out all those unnecessary interruptions. You take out unnecessary meetings. You take out unnecessary interruptions. You keep them focused on the task. Example, everyone says it, is this meeting could have been in an email. And that's the best example you can ever get. If you can do a meeting that takes an hour, half hour, 2 hours, and it could be in an email or a format that's a lot better for certain individuals, that's more productive. You're gonna get more from that employee by sending them that quick email. It takes a minute or two to read and respond to an email versus to an hour, half hour, 2 hours in an actual meeting where some employees might be more conversing and others aren't. Example, I had a meeting the other day. It was an hour-long meeting. I barely spoke, but it could have been an email, and it should have been an email. That's kind of one of those things where you have to look at your employee's day and determine where and when and how you can take those inefficiencies out. Because the idea is not to just get that full 8 hours. The idea is how to make that 8 hours the most productive 8 hours you can get out of that employee. Now, I can go on and on and on about it, but one of the biggest things to look at is take a look at the free checklist in my bio and see if you have any profit leaks, because profit leaks end up being a bit of those inefficiencies, and that will help you to be able to see how you improve your team. Not only do I have the free hidden checklist, I also have some other products there as well. So if you'd like to check out the link and see what other products I have, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks for watching.